AITA for buying a two-seater car when dating a father?
I have been dating Thomas for about a year. He has a 2-year-old girl. We're at a point where he trusts me to watch his girl for a day as a favor, but we haven't gotten to a co-parenting stage of the relationship. It started as a very casual thing and stayed that way for a while. It's only now getting more serious. I was in the market for a new car. My '98 Camry was overdue for the junkyard. I wanted a convertible. Something small because I live in a cramped city that was laid out before cars were invented. Short and easy to parallel park. Cheap to maintain and reliable. Affordable. I told Thomas that I was shopping for a new car. I wanted something small and reliable. But I didn't say much more than that. He didn't seem that interested. I bought a 2005 Mazda Miata for a pretty good price. It was low mileage and in great condition mechanically. When I showed Thomas the car, he was upset with me. He said that he didn't realize I meant two-seater when I said small, and that it wouldn't be possible for us to go places with his daughter in the car. I said that he still has a car, a huge Lexus LX which fits so much, and that my parents always had one family car and one or two fun cars, like one practical sedan and one doorless Jeep with the back seats pulled out, and various Project Vetus. The Jeep didn't have seating for the whole family, but that was okay. And the Vetus didn't have the newest safety features, so they weren't used as kiddie transport. Thomas said that the Mazda I'd bought wasn't even good for him to be riding in. He had responsibility as a parent to keep himself safe, and riding in an old small convertible wasn't safe like a newer large vehicle, let alone me driving his daughter if I was looking after her for a day. She is at backseat only age and my car has no backseat. I said it was safe enough. It was probably an upgrade from my busted Camry anyway. He said it was a selfish, reckless choice, and even if we were trying to do the one fun car, one family car dynamic, that's something to talk through. Not go buy a car that excludes his daughter forever joining things I do. He also asked how long I plan on keeping the car, and I said I plan on driving it into the dirt. I'll keep it as long as it keeps going. He asked if I'd even thought about how I'd still be having this car when his daughter grows up, and I said I hadn't really thought about it. He got frustrated with me, saying I was being thoughtless. I said I thought stuff would be fine since he already has a family car. And how many cars does one kid need? My family always got by with one car for the kids. AITA for buying a two-seater car while dating a father?
NTA, thoughtful face. You're not this child's parent, nor do you owe him anything in terms of consideration for what you buy. Why does he have that expectation? When you're with his child, isn't he around? Do you even want to be responsible for driving his daughter around? Would the girl's mother be okay with you driving her daughter around?
I don't understand why he would have any opinion on what you drive. You've made no real commitments to each other.
NTA keep the car, lose the guy.
Tell Thomas if he wanted you to drive a Lexus, he should have bought you a Lexus. And while he was at it, a rock from Tiffany's as well. You're either playing house or being adults. His expectations seem based on what's best for him. Dating is a lot different than being married. You can remind him of this as well. NTA. Enjoy your new ride. NTA. He's pissed off you can't babysit while he screws off anymore. NTA keyword here being dating. You don't live together. You don't co-parent. There is nothing that indicates large purchases or life decisions need to be discussed with the other, or the other's lifestyle has to be considered when making those decisions. NTA, if you bought this car and he showed very little interest during the process, then I have to assume you guys don't live together? You aren't engaged. You don't co-parent. When people get upset after the fact, when they didn't bother to communicate in the first place, is usually a red flag. The fact that he is being unreasonable about what you do with your money and using his 2-year-old child to guilt you, says he has problems taking responsibility for his emotions. Unless this guy has seriously talked about the future of your relationship with you. I don't know where he gets off talking to you like that. Unless he depends on you and your transportation to cart his kid around. I don't get his disappointment. I personally don't like being in cars that small. But as you used your money and it's for you specifically, he can buzz off. NTA. NTA. Sure, you've been together for a year. But unless there's been talk of moving in and getting married, you have zero obligation to build your life around this man and his kid. You can, but you don't have to. He might have seen the car purchase as a sign that you're not the kind of partner he needs right now. Someone ready to be a stepmom to his kid. But there are better, more productive ways of expressing that concern. Also, if it was important for him that you buy a 4-seater that's safe enough for his kid, he really should have said something at the time. Offered to go with you to help pick it out and negotiate. And offered to help pay for it. Instead, he silently expected that you'd buy a car with his kid in mind. And got mad when that didn't happen. NTA. I am seeing this attitude from men with kids more and more. They are too cheap to hire a nanny and housekeeper. So they find the first woman who will fill those roles for free. You aren't married. You aren't even engaged. You are not this kid's mom. He needs to deal with the entirety of the responsibility of raising his kid by himself. Imagine a single mom telling her boyfriend that he needs to buy a car with her kids in mind. Everyone would be calling her a stage 5 clinger. Don't move in with this man and don't do any more connecting with his kid. His entitled attitude is wild. He doesn't want a family. He wants free childcare. Set boundaries now. Yikes. Nah, because I honestly think this is a misunderstanding because there has been a lack of communication regarding expectations for your relationship. It's serious. But are you expected or expecting to be in a parent role to the child? Would you ever be expected to handle drop-offs or pickups from school in the future? What type of responsibilities is he expecting you to have and what do you expect? I think you need to iron this out and talk. If BF is expecting you to take on a motherly role and potentially be involved in school pickups or extracurricular activities, then I understand why he would be confused at your car choice. If you were expecting to never take on a parent role with this child and to literally never be responsible to transport the child in an emergency or otherwise, then I understand why you are confused on why your car choice even matters. Soft NTA. Leaning towards no assholes. But clearly you aren't an asshole for purchasing the car that you wanted. It doesn't seem as if you're at the point in the relationship where you're making serious future plans. And as such, investment in things like cars ought not need to take that into account. That said, I think some people are being a little harsh towards the boyfriend. Tossing around all those stupid red flags. Calling him controlling. Telling you to run. And all that nonsense. I can see his point of view just a bit in that you're in a serious relationship and you made a decision that, on its face, seems to not take that into consideration. It may be causing him to wonder if you're serious about a future, even if that thought wasn't part of your decision process. Enjoy the car. Roadsters are great fun. I have one myself. Don't beat yourself up about the purchase, but cut BF a touch of slack too. Nah, it's not reckless to want to base your purchases off your personal needs instead of a relationship. That's just beginning to get serious. He saw you taking his daughter and bonding alone as a sign you would want to continue that. So to jump to a purchase that doesn't allow you to do that can send the message that you don't want that arrangement to continue. So I do get why he is thinking like that. It kind of looks like you're not on the same page about the relationship. And also at two very different stages in life. NTA. Let's be clear here. You are dating a father. You yourself do not have a child. It is on him to have a safe vehicle. But he does not get to dictate what kind of vehicle you drive. What if you already had the convertible when you started dating? I doubt that would have been a deal breaker. And if it was a deal breaker, the reason would have been, she won't be able to babysit for me. Big loss for you there. If he really wants you to be able to drive his daughter around, you can just switch cars for the day. Or he can find a babysitter. You shouldn't have to give up the things you want because he had a kid. Nah. He is maybe disappointed that you don't want to be able to drive the kid. Maybe he is hoping you will be like a real mother to her. But he didn't even seem interested when you were talking about it. So, not your problem. I mean, you're NTA for buying a car that fits your lifestyle. However, if you are dating someone with a small child, the car you chose definitely sends a message. Specifically that you aren't considering this a long-term relationship. In that case, just break up. NTA. You can buy any car you want. Obviously. Your BF though is taking this as a message about the future of your relationship. Nah. You are entitled to buy whatever car you want. He is entitled to see you buying a sports car as indicative of your level of commitment to him and his daughter. You two are just on very different pages in this relationship. When you date someone with a child, they are a package deal. Buying a fun vehicle that can't accommodate her sends a clear message about where your priorities are. You keep talking about your parents having several vehicles. Fun ones and practical ones. From his point of view, the one vehicle you have isn't practical for ever accommodating him or his daughter. It likely feels like a slap in the face to him. You're NTA. But I'm pretty sure the reason he's upset is that this car purchase indicates that, at least at this point, you aren't picturing a future with him. If he feels more strongly towards you, that's likely why he's feeling hurt. NTA. Take his car when you were with his daughter. Problem solved. He said it was a selfish, reckless choice. The only thing selfish and reckless is his attitude. This man has been dating you for 1 year. His child is his responsibility. You don't even live together. He thinks he's in a position to reprimand you over how you spend your own money. He also seems to think he's entitled to childcare from you. Serious red flags here. He's showing you who he is. Believe him. NTA.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.